Buckle up. I'm telling you, if you have a seatbelt, click it and get a pen because Uncle Ray, Dave, Ice Cream Dave, is in the podcast studio with me today.
Good morning.
Dave, I'm so happy that you're here.
Oh.
Man, I've got so much to talk to you about, and I really want the people to get to know you.
Good.
Because if they don't know you, they should get to know you.
Okay.
Welcome to On Purpose. So we talk about purpose. We talk about how people are living their purpose and how much you value people. And I just, from afar, you are truly living your purpose.
Okay.
But I think it's more than ice cream.
Oh, yeah. It's not, ice cream's not our product. Our product is not our product.
That's where we should start.
It's really the people, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we started our business, 46 years ago, Uncle Ray, my dad, teaching school over at Lake Fenton, he had two little guys that used to follow him all around. And he was like a little magnet. Every time he'd go somewhere, we'd say, "Dad, where are you going? Can we go with you?" So the reason for the ice cream business was this, the purpose was to have a dysfunctional family reunion every day with my mother, and my dad, and my brother, and me. So the business was never, ever about the cash register. It was about having something together as a group, because we knew that Uncle Ray said when he gathered us up and he says, "Hey, listen, there's going to be good news and there's bad news. The bad news is that we're going to be working 7 days a week all through the summer when everybody is out having a good time.
Sure.
We're going to be out doing the work." But there was good news. The good news is that we were only going to have to work half days, 12 hours per day.
Which 12 hours do you want to work?
That's
right?
what
Exactly.
I said. That's what
Yeah.
Ray said. I said,
Yeah.
"Dad, I only want to work when you're working." So we had that attachment to it. So what we found that our differentiator in our business would be not the product is not the product. What would be the purpose? The people part of the business. So it makes it more fun when we're in that kind of business. And people, remember, ice cream's a luxury item. It's not a need. You don't need it. So
That is so good, and I can already see people writing the purpose is in the people.
Oh,
that
gosh.
is so good.
Oh my gosh! When I went to Michigan State and they had marketing class, the first day we all had our notebooks out, and the guy comes in and he says, "What is marketing?" And we said, "Well, what? Yeah, what is marketing?" He said, "Find out what people want and give it to them." I thought, "Oh, that's it? That's in marketing?" So I'll tell you what, today's world is all about a drive or a need. People want an emotional connection. Again, product isn't the product, it's an ice cream product, but you're with your mother, your dad, your kids, your aunt, your uncle, your cousins from out of town. We're making an emotional connection when you come for a treat. So that's what we know that.
Sure.
And a lot of places don't know that. They're all about the cash register.
That's very true. Dave, how old were you when you gave out your first ice cream?
Oh, gosh.
Like when you said, "Here."
Yeah. Well, that was 18 years old.
18 years old.
Yeah. So you can add 46 to that and make me about 65 years old.
You look great.
Thank you. And it's still fun.
It's
Still fun. We're at an unfair advantage in our business. Our business is, I've never seen two people arguing eating an ice cream cone. I have seen them argue about the price of the product, but never about the ice cream. So
Yeah.
that gives us, people are already coming in a pretty good mood, but some people are not. And then, so we've got to have a purpose and we're in one purpose only. Uncle Ray used to call it the delight business.
Yes.
We're not in satisfying people. Satisfying is, "Oh, it was okay." Delight. And then you have to define delight.
Yes.
And then you have to be driven for delight. And you can never, it's relentless.
Yes.
So-
That's a good word too, relentless.
It really is.
And there's, something I've noticed because I've been a customer for a long time and we've gotten to know each other for many, many years in different capacities, but you don't have to work if you don't want to.
No.
But I see you blowing leaves. I see you cleaning. I see you taking pride in the purpose.
Yes.
Has that always been, or did you always want to run the business?
I'll tell you the reason our business, I like to study businesses. What makes businesses great? Our business has always been that one of perfection. It had to be. We wrote our goals down, what it was, and it was going to be, everything was going to be perfect. We were going to talk about how, well, everybody came for their first job at Uncle Ray's. They were teenagers.
Yes.
They don't have life experience. What are we going to do? We're going to teach, we're going to coach, we're going to show them how to talk to people. One thing that Uncle Ray was, being a school teacher, he come up with all these great little acronyms.
Yes.
And he loved this. He loved the one, how everybody used to say the KISS method, keep it simple.
Yep.
Ours was KISSSS, kiss them like you love them. And in today's world, everybody's looking down on a telephone. We're going to K somebody. This is a great one. Keep eye contact with somebody when you're having a conversation.
Yes.
Yes. And when you're interested, your head actually moves. So we're teaching this. And then we're smiling.
Yes.
And then SSS would be to share something special.
That's so good.
If you could, make a connection with somebody. You saw somebody with the sports shirt on. It's Michigan State weekend. Hey, you're ready for the big game. That's a connection. The connection I call, and he also called those ATOs, acknowledge the obvious. If somebody comes up in a drive-through window and they've got a car full of kids, be sure you're saying hello to those kids in the back seat. Everybody wants their kids to be said hello to.
Yes. Attention to detail.
Oh my gosh, everything matters. Everything matters. So yeah, we're making sure that we're blowing the parking lot.
Yes.
Leaves. Every detail does matter. So,
but did you always want to run the business, or was there a time in your life you're like, I'm not sure I want to actually run it?
It really wasn't like work, Todd. It was more like fun for us. And that's really what we're in the business. The unfair part of our business is that we're in the fun business. We're not in the ice cream business. Our product is not our product. Our product is our people. And then having fun with the people. Not only are you having fun with the customer, be sure that you're sharing that with the employees, because they've got to think they're, Ray had remember the Earl Nightingale? Maybe you're too young for it, but when we were kids, we rode around not in cars listening to music. We had motivational tapes, and they were cassette tapes, and they came in, and Earl Nightingale said that, do you know who the most important person in the world is? He pauses. He says, everybody think about it. The most important person in the world has to be the next person you meet.
Yes.
Make sure they feel that way. So if you can make everybody feel that way, then you've got a connection with somebody. And by the way, that's not just for business.
No.
Hey, why don't we go out in the world and be that kind of person?
Yes.
So you're living your business. So the business is, you can't think about it's an all day, it's a 7-day-a-week job. Your purpose has to be delighting people. And delight is, wow, I love that place. That is the definition of delight. You do it in your business, your real estate business. Always been that way. You would never want anybody to walk away. How was your transaction? Oh, it was okay. No, anything less than wow.
Sure.
You are systematically robbing the culture of your business. You'll run your business down. So it's got to be wow. I've gone on many, many times where I'll tell you about the experience of wow. Guy drives up to his drive-through window one night, and he stood in line, or he was in the drive-through. He was in there for 25 minutes. I always look out at the long line. I try to tell him, hey, it's going to be worth your wait. Guy drives up, gets a banana split, leaves, gets it home, and the phone rings about 15 minutes later, and he says, dang, banana split. Didn't use the word dang. Dang, banana split is missing the banana. My wife is sitting here pregnant, and she only wanted this banana split. It's missing a banana. Most places will say, come on back, we'll take care of you. I said, wait a minute. That's terrible, of course. What is your address? So
I love that.
Got his address, and I think it's going to be something simple in town. No, and he emphasizes, it's on the 16th hole at Warwick Hills. Oh, okay, well, it's going to be about 15 minutes, but I'm going to be over there with a fresh banana split. So you've got to, I delivered the banana split.
Yes, you did.
This is 20 years ago, of course, and they're still customers today. But you can't just allow one. Remember in the old days when there was no computer, they used to say the rule of 250. If you were to have only one unhappy customer, it would spread into 250.
That was before everything
Yeah.
that we've got going on now.
Oh, everybody's online, and so I take everything very seriously. I read the reviews every day. I'll look at a review. We're only trying to get perfect. Perfect is not has to be the mission, but
Sure.
you'll fail. You'll fail. So the next click down is great. So definitely, what is wrong with being good? Remember, it's just not good enough. Everybody is coming before you. I'm operating my business as if I am going to be, a competition is coming and they're going to try to blow me up. So we look real fun and friendly.
Well, we've talked about that a little
Oh,
bit. There's a
boy.
different side of you, Dave, that, everybody sees the loving, great, awesome energy side, but there's this business guy in you that if an ice cream store opens up across town,
Yeah.
they're in trouble.
They tell me one more is coming next year. I'm going to revert back to Uncle Ray. When the largest name in soft serve came to Fenton 12 years ago, DQ, I came in and I says, "Oh no, they're coming to town." He says, "What do you mean they're coming to town?" I said, "Dairy Queen's coming to town." Ray says, he gave me the universal signal because I usually get hipped up. He gives me the universal signal. This is the universal signal for Dave, calm down,
Okay.
without saying it. Dave, what's ours is ours, and what's theirs is soon to be ours also. This is just the way this Uncle Ray. So we created all these little Uncle Ray stories. We call it the Uncle Ray way of doing everything. So I'm going through this. I've got a lot of great notes. I've got a lot of great little videotapes, and I'm creating my own little book, and it's going to be called the Uncle Ray Way, and a lot of fun things. I don't want to take all this Uncle Ray knowledge away. I want to leave it for the next guy.
So you're writing a book.
Coach it up. Yeah, Uncle Ray Way.
I love that. I love that. Well, it's interesting as, I've seen as people who have hired people in the past, honestly, and I've seen other people that hire. If we look at the resume, when people used to do resumes,
Yeah.
and we saw that they worked for you, that was it. We'll take them.
Oh, boy.
Because we know they're going to delight.
Yes.
And that's hard to find. Hard to find today.
Gosh. Oh, indeed. And so we've got a lot of teenagers, their first jobs. I talk, and we don't want them to stay for the summer. They've got to stay on for a year or two. So it's a 2-year commitment.
It is really. You're telling.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. It's a 2-year. So that's on the questionnaire.
I love that.
And then I want to talk to your mother. And
Okay.
I want to tell them that this is not a job. This is a training for not this job at all. It's the training for the next job and the training for life. And that would be our purpose. And if we do all those things right with the customer and the employee, we've got the group that's cheerleading for us all the time. The
Yes.
staff is great.
Yes.
And then the customer, wow, I love it. So the employee has to say this, wow, I love that place too. That's delight. So we're delighting them.
Yep.
If that all happens, then we've got a business. We've got a chance to be in business for one more day. I want to take a chance. I never ever take it for granted, Todd, that just can't do it. It's what are we going to do today? And you don't know what everybody's their mood that they're in today. People are in, a lot of different reasons they come. Maybe we just did a funeral for ice cream the other day. The guy was 90 years old, and they come every Sunday for a vanilla malt. And then he passed away, and they said, "Gee, is there a chance we could get ice cream at the funeral?" And we said,
The answer is
yes.
always yes.
With maybe 3 S's and a fist pump.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good I love the way you said that. My dad used to say, he borrowed a lot of things. These aren't all original ideas. But if you were going to start a business, you could only say one word. You would try to use the word yes and eliminate the word no from your vocabulary. Most of the time, the answer would be yes. You know what? I'm not real hungry today. Could I get a half of a banana split? Well, yes. My mother's not feeling real good. She is in the senior home. Could you deliver down there? Of course, yes. So if you could add all those little elements to it and just go with that, you have a chance to be in the business for a while. But
So good and profound. I mean, it really, I wish all of the businesses would really look into that. As you go through your business and your success, how have you handled the setbacks, the small failures, the things like COVID that changed our world?
Gosh, we were really shook up. We didn't know what we were going to do. We found out that we were a food establishment and we were essential. Oh, I thought, are we really essential? We really don't. Yeah, they categorize us as food. So we had to, of course, close down. So we go to the drive-through only system. Mm-hmm. And, of course, people are just aching to get out of their houses. What could we do? So we had to be that place.
Sure.
And we had to really emphasize that we were actually happy that they were there. We were essential to them. So we lined up. One night, we had about 60 cars. It was lined up almost down to VG's. And I heard the phone ring. And the phone rang, and I look at the caller ID. It was Fenton Police Department. And I said, oh, boy, yeah, the party's over, guys. So I answer the phone in my, hello, Uncle Ray's Dairyland. It's Dave. They said, Dave, Officer Smith, Fenton Police. And I said, yes, sir. Emphasis on sir. I know it's Fenton Police Department. I just read it on the caller ID. Dave, you're very busy down there. I said, yes, sir. He said, well, and I think it's going to be over. We're going to shut you guys down. Dave, if we were to pull over to the muffler shop next door, could you bring us out 2 chocolate malts? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we rolled with it. We were lucky to be that place to go. And so that was the how we handled that.
How about personal adversity? Like, hey, you have a good day every day, but
gosh,
how do you handle that as a business owner?
You just have to choose your attitude. You've got to. When we hire these kids, I don't ask for 4.0 grade points. The most important question on the whole application is, do you have a 4.0 attitude? And attitude is everything. It is. You have one choice in life. You can choose. I can wake up and be in a lousy, stinking mood, and I'm tired, and I've been working all night. Yeah, you can. You can tell yourself you're in a lousy mood, but if you wake up every day, you can say, gosh, okay, going to have something good to happen today. So it's a choose your attitude lifestyle. That's a choice. You choose it.
Yes.
Yep. And you can only control one thing, and that is your effort. What can I do? So let's go.
I love it.
So the machine for the ice cream is a fun thing to do, but it drives us, and then we're trying to drive everybody else. We want to be everybody. See, I've got to be the best thing that happened to that person today is meeting me. And if I've got 40 teenagers thinking that way, and they wear the wristband, and it says, wow, I love that place, and I have to be the best thing that happened to you today. If we can live that way, now we got a chance to be in business, but now we've got a purpose. And now there's your purpose. Back to the
purpose.
Is the purpose.
Is in the people.
Yeah, it's purpose. And then, when I talked about it, when I started out, I says, we never emphasize the cash register. The cash register is just a reflection of how people are treated, customers and employees. Your cash register will fill up if you were to treat someone with that. Wow.
Yeah, I've always lived the mentality of don't follow the money, let the money follow you.
Oh, it will. It's true.
And as long as you treat people right and do the right thing, it will follow you.
It will.
So I am so happy that you're living your purpose and you love your purpose, which is people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all we have.
It's way more than the people that are coming in, though. You're training. I mean, you've literally trained generations of people.
Yes. Now, what have we got? 46 years into this thing? Oh, my gosh. Yeah. So we've got kids that are coming back, and now we've got their kids coming back. So
that's significance.
Yeah.
Right?
So, yeah. So that's good. Good. And they all...
What's next, Dave?
What is next? We got to hand...
What's next?
Yeah, we got to hand this off to the next generation, which we are always on the mission to do. what becomes of it. So
Yes.
I'm open for ideas, what it takes. That's right, because the next generation, businesses don't survive these different generations. Even the greatest hamburger in town was Halo Burger, and they didn't survive the next generation. And then they were 25 stores, and now they're 5 stores.
Yeah,
so
that's
they
a good
didn't
point.
survive the generation. So I'm always on the mission for what, Todd, it's easy to go into business, but how do we get out of the business? And what's been great about our business, why our business has gone great, is that we always operated as if we were for sale at all times. We had to be the top of the line. The same team is not winning the Super Bowl every year. Sometimes it feels like the same team's winning the Super Bowl. The same team does not win the Super Bowl. Someone is going to become gunning for Uncle Ray, and by gosh, we're going to be ready. We're going to take it seriously. So operate your business as if it's great, and it has to be great every day. Good is not going to be good enough. It's just the way.
This has been awesome, Dave. Dave, it's just been so good.
Oh,
And I hope the audience enjoyed it as much as I did. Last words.
Good. Well, if you get one good idea,
Yes.
guys, find out who's doing the best in the business. Find out what they do. What are they doing great? Find out and do one thing great. Don't try to be in the business and doing everything. Do one thing great. Be the greatest in that category, and you'll be on top of the game.
What's the special right now at Uncle Ray's? What's the special right now?
Oh, gosh, pumpkin ice cream.
Pumpkin ice cream.
Yes.
It's that time of year.
Oh, my gosh. And then the most fun part comes next month when we do all the holiday ice creams.
Oh, your peppermint is...
I love the peppermint.
Man.
And then one of the world famous flavors is spumoni.
Okay.
And that's a 100-year old recipe with pistachio, cherry, and chocolate. 8 different ingredients. It's all handcrafted. So we make our own ice cream in the store. Mm-hmm. Most of the places most ice cream stores will buy ice cream. We, of course, Uncle Ray said, no. We're going to make our own ice cream. That's a whole nother story in my book. But Uncle Ray decided that he wasn't going to buy ice cream from an ice cream factory. He was going to make it in his own store. And then we were going to call ourselves Micro Creamery. It was going to be like a brewery.
Sure.
Coffee store, small batches, made on the premises, never mass produced, and then we could control the quality, we could control how much ingredients were going to go into it. It would become so good that we would call it Uncle Ray ice cream. So we never refer to our ice cream as hard ice cream. It's Uncle Ray ice cream. And then, of course, the customer says, what is Uncle Ray's ice cream? And then the line has to be, oh, wow.
You gotta try that place. Anytime you're in Fenton, you gotta go to Uncle Ray's. I hear it all the time. So.
It has to be that way. And then of course, when people have their relatives visit ice cream or visit the town, you don't say, hey, when you get to town, we're gonna take you to McDonald's.
Right.
No. When you get to town, I'm gonna take you to the greatest ice cream store. We've had incidents, 1 or 2, over the years that we've let a customer down.
But I'm sure you've made up for that.
What we would do is always consider it a compliment. When someone would tell you something went wrong, that's a compliment. What's a bummer is when they come to your place, you've let them down, and then they never returned.
Yes.
So when someone complains, consider that a compliment, and that gives you a chance to make it up to them. They're giving you another chance. They like you enough to tell you. So.
Well, it goes back to the purposes and the people, my friend.
Oh my gosh, people.
Dave, thank you so much.
All right.
You were wonderful.
My pleasure, Todd.
I loved it.
Yeah, one good idea.